Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. We have a very special video for you today if you could not guess from reading the title.
Hi, I'll be your bartender today.
I haven't even gotten to that part yet. Today we are watching Cats. I know it sucks to take a step away from the MCU to do Cats, but we're gonna throw a little stuff on top of it. The reason I wanted to do Cats was because I thought it would be really funny for us all to watch it and just crap on this movie. I've seen this movie already. I absolutely hated it. I figure it would just be a good time. And on top of that, Matt and Jenna and I will be drinking throughout. I think it's the only way to really get through this movie. I'm not gonna get like crazy drunk. I'm peer pressuring Matt to do it. I think Jenna's already there now, as a matter of fact, so she's good to go.
I am not.
Oh my god, yes you are.
And then we will get back into MCU Phase 3. Don't worry, we're not done with it. Just a small break. We want to have a little fun. What are we making here right now, Jenna?
Cats.
No, I said, what are we making here?
Jenna.
Why don't you show them what you're doing?
Okay, so I'm getting some watermelon drunk.
You're getting some watermelon drunk? Awesome.
I'm pouring the Tito's on the watermelon as so. Okay, would someone
God, that
else?
face.
Would someone else like to do a better job?
don't.
Holden, would you like a bowl of drunken watermelon?
I will probably just snack off of yours and Matt's. Matt, what do you know about Cats?
I just know it's critically acclaimed to be garbage.
You're not critically acclaimed to be garbage. Critically acclaimed is like a good thing.
I don't know things.
I'm really interested because there's a lot of big names in this movie, so I'm interested to see.
I've been with her 11 years. I can see how drunk she already is with her red face and red neck. It's so funny to me.
Anyway, there's a lot of big names in this, so I'm really interested to see why it flopped so badly, because I feel like with so much money and so much clout behind it, it should have done really well.
I said in another video that I went into watching Cats with an open mind. I didn't care about the CGI looking the way that it did. I figured if it was performances were strong, if the music was good, I could get over the CGI aspect of it. But man, when I saw this movie in theaters, it was awful. The entire front row of the theater got up and left about halfway through.
Wow.
And I couldn't blame them. I've never been to that point where I was just like, please, is this almost over? I can't. I'm just not like that with movies, you know? Like, I'll watch anything through, but for some reason, this was just really difficult for me. So I might actually need to drink just to get through it again. I think I'm the only person in history that will watch this movie 2 times.
I've never seen this movie before now, but I've watched Holden's review of it, and I've never laughed so hard at his review, so I can only imagine what this movie is gonna be like. Can't wait.
Here we go, drunk cats.
Holden. It's humans? They're human cats?
Here we go.
Oh my god, no. What are they saying?
You got the subtitles!
It doesn't make critical cats, mystical cats, political cats, hypocritical cats. What's a jericle? What is a jericle?
They don't have buttholes.
When the day's hustle and bustle is done, and the gummy cat's work is but hardly begun.
Well, actually, Jason Derulo.
The Rub Tub Tugger. What the f is that?
Do you think he just got neutered? Because those notes are like, oh.
That's okay. That was pretty good. What was that?
I don't know, guys. I'm just waiting for these cats to start having sex.
Those Jellicle cats are wearing
You
shoes.
put that over there. What? I don't even know what's happening.
Not the experience.
This was the problem I had last time. It drags on.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on.
I don't even know. I still don't know what it's
What the
up
f is a jellicle?
It's a cat gang. For fiddle, the fiend of the fell.
So is this a story?
Yeah, stuff's going on. Wake up, Matt.
I'm awake.
All alone in the moonlight, I must think of a new life.
It's the only song that's actually about something other than a cat's name.
Your memory.
She just goes on for a while.
Good job, they wrapped it up. Help me, oh my god. There's not much oxygen that high up there, so good job on your jellicle kill.
Just finished watching Cats, and it was still awful. It was still terrible. I was trying to think before what it was about this that I didn't like, because I don't really care about the CGI cat bodies and stuff.
Like you don't mind it.
I don't, it doesn't bother me. After watching it again, Lord help me, I think they failed at the most fundamental aspect in storytelling. And that is that I don't care about any of the characters. I do not care. They did not establish anything to make me give two craps about Rum Tugger and the frickin' I don't even know their names. Griselda, whatever. Yeah, Mungo Jerry and Rumple Teaser. There was like a whole 10-minute thing about, I don't know who these cats are. They didn't come back later. They did, they screwed around or whatever, but I just did not care about any of it. I think that's the biggest fault in this movie, because I could have gotten over everything else. Jennifer Hudson was the only saving, if there was a saving grace, it was her performance of Memory. It felt like she was the only one that gave two craps. She really put her heart and soul into it, so I can appreciate that. From a technical, like, filmmaking standpoint, the performances were really good. It looks like they worked really hard on them. I like that they had a bunch of practical sets and stuff, but the movie itself, even with all that, was just awful. Jenna, what are your thoughts on the movie?
I'm a little torn because I think Victoria, that actress, did a phenomenal job. I don't think I would have gotten through this movie if it wasn't for her great character. She had the movements of a cat. She was a great dancer. She was a great singer. On Broadway, it seems like it would be a great play, and I would like to see the play, but I didn't think it translated well, or wasn't translated well into a movie. And I agree with you, Holden, that I could have gotten past the weird sets and names and singing and all that if it would have translated a little bit better.
I loved it. I didn't love it. I had absolutely no idea what was going on the entire time. I was legitimately confused at the start. I didn't realize this was a musical. I had no idea. I can't stand musicals. Nothing against anybody in the cast. Nothing against anybody that loves musicals, but I gotta tell you that musicals do absolutely nothing for me. When they were doing nothing but dancing, I was like, this right here is pointless.
There was like a solid 5-minute moment of just nothing but just dancing on screen. We're like, please go on to the next thing.
I like character-driven stories. I was really trying to get into that. I couldn't even adopt the story and get invested in the characters because they were singing the whole time. And there's this ebb and flow with the song that you can't help but get into the rhythm. Not with these songs, but you get in that ebb and flow of the beat of the song and all that, so you sort of lose track of the words. You know, does that make sense? The story didn't make any sense. The only thing that I can tell you is that they were basically looking for the chosen one. That's all I know about this entire thing. I didn't like that they kept using the word jellicle cat. No idea what that meant.
It's a gang of street cats.
No, I don't.
There was zero explanation. If there was an explanation, I completely missed it. I guess it can be inferred that a jellicle cat is the cat that does the right thing. Maybe it's a bygone Jim cat.
When I watched this in theaters and I heard the term jellicle cat, I had no idea what it was either. I Googled it. I think it comes from one of T.S. Eliot's like poems, but it's just like, it's a nonsense thing. It's nothing.
There were just a sliver of a few moments that were either funny or notable. There was one little part that was kind of funny, but now that I think about it, it actually wasn't a groundbreaking joke. It was probably that this was just kind of rough to watch, that it was some slice of humor, so I was like, oh, hope. But she said something about one of the cats. Oh, it was Jason Derulo, and how he could sing super high, and she was like, has that cat been neutered? And I was like, that's pretty good. That's a little nod to you there. Jennifer Hudson. I did pick up that she was the outcast, so she was the chosen cat at the end, sort of maybe a bygone Jim moment there, maybe, but they didn't translate it very well. There was one line that, of course, they were singing. She said, I lost things long ago, so I'll dance with these beautiful ghosts. Honestly, that just sounded really pretty. It sounded really beautiful. And to me, that was a bygone Jim moment. I honestly think that that meant working with what you have, making the best of the situation. So holy Cats had a bygone Jim moment. I gotta give this movie 4 out of 10.
Really? Because I would go even lower than that. I would give this a 1.5 out of 10. That's the lowest ranked movie I've ever given, I think.
While it was tough to get through, physically draining, my body hurt getting through this. It wasn't as bad as I think it might have made out to be. It felt long, but I thought it was gonna feel longer when we started off.
After watching so many movies with the bad guy, like the bad guy character development, I think one of the characters that I had high hopes for was McCavity, just because he's a great actor, but it was a really odd bad guy.
What would you rate this movie?
Victoria on her own was like an 8 out of 10, but everyone else brings her... Like, I think they were great pieces, they just didn't all blend well.
Okay, so as a whole, what would you rate this, Jenna?
3.
There was a lot of skill and talent in that movie, but my God, the story did not translate at all.
For me, it really was just pure storytelling. I just did not care about any of the characters. Oh, probably my biggest pet peeve when I first saw this in theaters, because I'd never seen or like knew anything about Cats, was when McCavity actually had like magic abilities. Remember what I was telling you about how when they established the world, like to me, these are just like cats and they're being personified by people.
Correct.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh, but they also have magic, and that I was just like, nah. For me, it just
Agreed.
broke my suspension of disbelief
Agreed.
even further. I'm like, I'm done with this. Okay, cool.
That really bothered me too. I remember turning and looking at you and I was just sort of like, let's just let this one go.
I'm sorry that we took a break from the MCU for this trash. I regret it fully now. If you enjoyed this video, or not, I'm guessing not, just like it anyway. Comment down below, just anything. Don't unsubscribe, for the love of God. Please, this is a one-time thing. Just let us have this one. And that'll be the end of it. We won't bring it up again. We'll never talk about it ever again. Thank you.